Hi guys, welcome back to the Yorkshire Modeller. We now have issue 52 of the Hachette Partworks Battleship Bismarck, and this week it's just the next port hull panel. So yeah, we've got the hull panel just here. It's got the next part of the camouflage on, and then obviously the dark grey that runs along the bottom. So we'll get this all centred on the desk and we'll show you what we're doing. Right, so I hope you guys can see this all right, and the light over this side is not too bright. So we've got the panel. I'll just move the hull over a little bit. So right in the middle. So it's this side that we're attaching. Now we get 5 PM screws with this one, and the connector as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to screw the bottom 2 holes in here and here first, and then I'll do the side with the connector. So that's one in. And that is the second one in. Now the connector itself looks like this time it can go on pretty much either way around, so I think we're getting to the point now with the hull where it's going to start to flatten off on the sides, which will be nice, because then it'll start to obviously taper in again towards the stern. So, but it's looking good. Still waiting on issue 45, so we're 7 weeks late with that one. 47 obviously I can't do until I've got 45, but hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer. I have checked with my news agent, and they're still waiting on it coming from Hachette, but obviously with the problems that are having with Hachette with their moving the warehouse, it might be a few more weeks yet. But for the moment, oh god, this thing's getting heavy. That is that panel all done. Right then guys, so that's the panel all attached. It's looking good now. That looks a bit funny because obviously that is angled away, so it looks like it's darker when it's not. But yeah, that's all good, and it's getting heavier and heavier every time we add anything on. It's getting heavier. Next week with issue 53, we get the base of the next 38cm gun, and we also get accessories for it, and the next 2 bar bits for the 15cm guns supplied. So that's what we get with issue 53. So we've been building the Bismarck now for a year. Gone quite quick really, hasn't it? Yeah, so that's going to be issue 53. I do want to mention as well, Stephen Moss posted a comment on the last Bismarck video about where I got the reference for the top of the second gun, Bruno, where I'd got the reference to paint it red. I had a look in the anatomy of the Bismarck book. I'd painted it and thought that's fine. And then Stephen put the comment on the last video asking where I'd got the reference from. And I was at work when he sent me the message. So as soon as I got home, I had a look, and in the book, it just shows the top of the first gun turret and the ends of the barrels on the second gun turret as the parts that are painted red. And then it's the same at the stern. It's the sternmost top of the gun is painted red, and then the second one back. So Caesar has got the end of the barrels painted red, and Dora has got the top of the gun painted red. So that was a mistake. I have rectified that. So if I grab this out of here, just to show you what I mean. So that's all gone back. Now that has been repainted. I've not stripped the red paint off. I've just painted over the top. What I used for that was XF24. So Tamiya XF24, it's called, there we go, dark grey. It's an exact match for all the other parts. I mean, if I hold that back up to the camera, like that, you wouldn't be able to tell a difference between that dark grey and that dark grey there. So it's come out quite well, actually. I'm chuffed with how that came out. That was my fault, so I apologise for that. I should have had a look at the book a bit closer. So yeah, thank you to Stephen for mentioning that to me. He just asked where I got the reference from, and then I had a look in the book when I got home and I thought, bugger, done that wrong. So yeah, that's that all sorted. Please remember though to like, share and subscribe to the Yorkshire Modeller for more weekly model building geekiness. I make these mistakes so you don't have to. Next week will be the Bismarck up on Saturday as normal, and same with the Ferrari F40, that'll be up next Friday as normal. But until next week, happy modelling, guys.